What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Boozer here. Thanks for stopping by. Happy Monday, by the way. Start to the new week. We got some news for you guys here today from Plarium. So let's jump right into that. So first up here, we got tomorrow, August 6th. They're planning to launch an Awakening Boost event. 2 times summoning chance for the 5 and 6-star Perfect Souls from the Mortal Soulstones and the 6-star Perfect Souls from Immortal Soulstones. So basically, the small and the big soul stones here will get a little bit, sorry, small and the medium will get a little bit of a boost. This was kind of like predicted. I predicted this to happen before the fusion, so it's about a week later than expected, but it's here, and this was one of the main reasons why I saved my soul stones. If you recall, there was I believe a deck of fate that required soul stones or training, and I chose to do that deck of fate with full training instead of using my soul stones awaiting this event. So this is a great event for people looking to basically get the most out of their soul stones in terms of getting the highest souls possible. I think if you're not acquiring these at a good rate, basically like free to play, if you're not spending on these and you're not getting these often, you're probably best to save these for these type of events because it gives you the best chance at getting the highest souls possible. Yes, you won't be getting some of the other rewards, like maybe you'll lose out on some shards, whatever rewards that you get from certain rush or chase events, but you get the best chance at the soul. And sometimes that is more important than some of those other resources because the souls are going to be the hardest to get and the basically longest time commitment to get them. So having these events are good, and I believe saving for them is probably the right call here. Anyways, that's going to be a one-day event, so keep that in mind. If you're pulling, best of luck. We will be pulling our own soul stones for that, so stay tuned for upcoming video. After that, we're going to hop into the portal here, and we see a magic summon portal from the active summon pool right now, where the prism pool is a brand new magic summon pool. We have Otherion here, very nice DPS champion, also has the AoE block buffs. Great champion for Hydra. Does a ton of damage, has pretty low multipliers, but if you have really good gear, you can definitely still cap out his max HP slam here. Good damage dealer. We have Armans here if you want to empower your Armans or do double Armans tag teams. Elva is a very good carry champion as well. Brings the speed up, cleanse, block debuffs, single target revive, and a speed in all auras battle. Very solid champion. Mishinaki, incredible Hydra champion. Probably one of the best damage dealers available outside of Trunda or Yannicka or Ironclad, kind of cheesy champions. But Mishinaki is just a powerhouse for Hydra. A1 hits hard with the HP burn and then brings double AoE, decreased defense, and the Hex. Very good champion. And of course, his counterattack gives lots and lots of damage as well. After that, we have Hefrak. Hefrak here is still a very good arena nuker. Has the passive that basically, when one of your champions on your team dies, he will activate his big slam AoE and, could potentially catch some enemies off guard if they're not aware of Hefrak, for example. Brogni, old goat for those infinity comps. Still very good. It has the growth, shield growth, and then also the placing block debuffs, shield, and increase attack. Can be useful in a lot of areas. Still very good champion. If you pull him, congratulations. Still a good carry everywhere. Great for clan boss. It has some uses for Hydra as well with the increased attack as well. Can hit hard, but the base attack on him is very weak, so it's hard to stack him with a lot of damage, but it's doable. Corvus has a extension, a buff extension, which is actually just something that's not mentioned too much on him, but it's actually very good. He deals decent amount of damage himself as well from poisons and poison sensitivity. They could be used in that way with like Wixwell teams, for example. Lastly, we have Rhodos, one of the best arena champions that have stood the test of time. Still very good champion, although harder and harder to use in my opinion. Lately I've been having a hard time bringing him out because he does get countered pretty hard in some arena matches, so definitely not a generalist, but still a very good arena champion. After that, we have a lot of different epics here. Best epic probably is Venomage, Ugo. Those are very, very good epics. But good epics all around. Taragi, Seeker, Allure. We also have some pieces for the Mikage fusion here. So if you guys are looking for that, definitely worth it. 6% chance at legendary. Pretty standard rates that they've been applying the last couple of prism events. However, the price is different. So this one is cost 35. It usually doesn't matter because when they do their events, they give you the price per one pull. However, the points to acquire the amount of crystals remain the same. So it's kind of interesting because in some pools, this pull would only cost you 20 crystals, but the energy cost to get that 20 crystals costs the same as it does for 35 crystals. So this might be a good event if you decide to skip it. So if you pick up the 35 crystals for basically the same cost as let's say 20 crystals from a previous event, and then carry it over, and the way you guys carry it over is basically you don't collect the crystals from the event. So let's say you complete the Sand Devil event that's currently happening, and it does have the crystals available in them. Once you reach this milestone, just leave it here. Don't collect it. Let the Sand Devil expire, and then let the crystals expire. They will come into this bank, but it will only work if this pool is over. If this pool is ended, it will come into this bank and it won't get pulled, and then you can save it for the next pool. I hope that makes sense. I try to explain it the best I can every single time, but I'm saying that this might be a good candidate to go for the 35 and then hold it for the next one, because the same energy cost to get the 35, we've also spent to get 20. So if the next pool is, for example, 20, then you're getting some pretty good value there because you basically spent the same energy to get 35, but it's now going to only cost you 20 to pull, for example. But this is kind of like speculating, of course, but definitely can happen. And the way they are fluctuating the crystal value, it definitely makes this a possibility to do. This is a good pool. I'm going to say that right now. This is a good pool. Ethereon, Armaz, Mishinaki. I would like these, any of these champions. They're very good. Keep in mind, but I'm just saying it's possible that if you don't want this pool, saving this would not be a bad idea right now. 35 definitely seems to be like a higher threshold from what we've seen in the past couple of weeks and months. Lately, it's been like 20, 25, 30. In the beginning, we've seen some that were much higher than 35, but recently we have not seen more than 35. Anyways, that's just a quick little brainstorming thing that I had going on there. But definitely a viable strategy if you guys want to save it. After that, we have another guarantee Void Epic Champion. This time it actually is worthwhile to pick up. It's going to be Inquisitor Shamael from Secret Order here. Inquisitor Shamael is one of the GOATs for obviously Hydra Torment. It's going to be a very, very good champion, very, very good answer to that issue if you guys are running into problems for Hydra, for example. So it's going to be a 30 shard Shamael. So 30 shard Shamael on Tuesday, August 6th. So that's going to be tomorrow. There's probably not going to be any kind of summon event or anything like that. So you're literally just pulling 30 void shards, hoping to get Inquisitor Shamael. Now, is this Shamael worth it? So we see here that Inquisitor Shamael actually showed up before in the guaranteed champion list. He showed up relatively early right here in December 2021. He cost 25 void shards at that time. So right now, currently, it's going to cost 30 void shards. So a small price inflation there from 3 years, 2 years, 2.5 years ago. So not too bad. So this is your second opportunity to get Inquisitor Shamael. Like I said, he's going to be a one-stop answer for you guys in Torment head difficulty for Hydra. He's definitely a good answer. He's not the best answer anymore. There's lots of ways to deal with Torment at the higher end, but as an entry level point, he's a very, very good option to deal with the head of Torment. 30 void shards. I'm not sure if it's worth it for you guys, but If you guys are relatively end game-ish, like Ultra Night hitting Ultra Nightmare, for example, and then you guys can accumulate shards, and you guys have been a long time coming without getting Inquisitor Shamael, perhaps spending the 30 for him maybe makes sense. Obviously, I would prefer to spend the void shards during 2x events or targeted events if you guys are looking for something more specific. But yeah, Shamael is a good champion. He definitely make life a lot easier for you in Hydra. So if that's what you're looking for, I wouldn't fault you for 30 void shards there. And we can quickly look at some of the more recent epics being offered. We see 30 void shards for White Dry Nia. I mean, Shamael for 30 void shards is probably arguably universally better or more used. Man Eater here for 40, Dry Nia here again for 30, Akentum for 30. Godseeker near for 25 seems like a steal. Demitha for 25 seems like a steal. So these are, for 30, it's not too much of a stretch. So yeah, definitely gauge it based on your own account. But good champion overall, can be used in some situations to deal with Taros as well in high-end arena. But more likely, you'll probably use it for the Head of Torment. All right, guys. And finally, the last thing I want to say in this video is make sure you guys pull your Prism Shard champions during the champion chase. It will overlap during the champion chase, so it's a free, 250 points minimum. If you pull legendary, it's going to be 500 points. But it's just easy points, guys. So just jump right into that. Make sure you guys save those for the champion chase. No need to pull them right away. We can wait a couple days, right? Make our life a little bit easier for the champion chase for the fusion. Keep in mind there will be a second event for the prism crystals along with the diver points for the fusion as well if you're going for that. Not a bad way to get people to commit to doing more dungeon diver, I guess. That's kind of something that I want to say about the champion chase, is that if you set yourself up for the summon rush to get the epic, you're probably looking to skip the champion chase, but they might make the champion chase juicy enough that you can't really resist, and then then your plans are kind of out the window at that point. But I just wanted to make that quick comment there about the active pool. Make sure you guys pull it during the champion chase. All right, and that's gonna be it for the video. So thank you guys so much for dropping by and checking it out. Happy Monday, by the way. Hopefully your fusions are going well, and now you're all caught up with the events. So see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Take care.